He's on the floor, deep in his blocks, completely gone into whatever he's building. And you say it, calm and clear. Okay, time to clean up. Nothing. He doesn't look up, he doesn't answer, he just keeps playing like you never said a word. So you say it again, a little louder. Still nothing. And you're standing there thinking, why is he ignoring me? Is he doing this on purpose? Here's what I want you to hear. He's not ignoring you, and he's not being defiant. He genuinely did not hear you. Not because his ears don't work, but because of something that happens in his brain when he's that focused. Something that happens to you, too, every single day, without you even noticing. And once you understand it, you can stop repeating yourself 5 times and getting angrier, and actually get him to switch. So let me show you what's really going on in his head when he ignores you, and the one small change that gets through. Think about yourself at the end of a long day, watching your show. You're really into it, and someone walks in and says something to you. You hear a voice. You might even see them standing there, but the words, they don't land. A minute later, you look up and go, wait, what did you say? You weren't ignoring them. You just didn't take it in because your attention was somewhere else. That is exactly what's happening to your toddler, except stronger. When he's deep in his play, his focus is completely poured into that one thing. And the part of his brain that's supposed to catch your voice and switch over to it is still being built. So your words reach his ears, but they don't reach him. He isn't tuning you out on purpose. He genuinely did not hear you. And this is the part I really want you to sit with because it changes everything. Nothing is wrong with him, and he isn't misbehaving. He's doing what every deeply focused person does. So when we read that blank, no response moment as defiance and start getting louder, we're getting angry at him for something he didn't choose and can't yet control. And what do we do when he doesn't respond? We say it again. Then louder. And somewhere around the 4th time, the frustration takes over. But you already know why that doesn't land. He didn't hear the first 3. Here's the part that's easy to miss, though. Sometimes he does hear you, and he still doesn't move. And that's a completely different problem. He isn't confused, and he isn't ignoring you. He just doesn't want to stop. He's in the middle of something he loves, and you've asked him to drop it this second and walk away toward nothing. Put yourself there for a moment. None of us likes being pulled out of something good with no warning and no reason. So there are really 2 different walls here. Sometimes your words never reached him at all, and sometimes they reached him fine, and he's just not ready to let go. Getting louder gets you past neither one. What he needs is help crossing over, and that comes in 3 small steps. There are 3 small moves, and together, they change everything. First, warn him before it's time, about 5 minutes ahead, but don't tell him the time because a clock means nothing to him. Tell him what's coming next. In 5 minutes, we're going to have dinner. In 5 minutes, you're going to come help me. Now it isn't a surprise yanked out of nowhere. He knows what's on the other side of stopping. Second, when it's actually time, get his attention for real before you say a word. Go to him, get down to his level, and get his eyes. Can you look at me? Look at my eyes. Because until you have his focus, your words are still just noise over the TV. Once he's looking at you, then you say it. It's time to clean up. Can you put the blocks away? And if he says no, hear this, because it's important. That no usually isn't defiance. It's that he isn't ready to let go yet. So you remind him, calm and sure. Remember, 5 minutes ago I told you it would be time. Now it's time. And I need you to help me, because that's the 3rd move, and it's the one that works like magic. You give him a job. You're going to be my helper. Come help me carry this. Come help me make dinner. When you hand a toddler something to do that feels important, stopping his play stops being a loss and becomes something better. He's not giving something up anymore. He's needed. And a toddler who feels needed will get up and come with you. So if this is the kind of thing that makes the hard moments make sense, that's exactly what this channel is for. Subscribe and it'll be here when you need it. Now, cleaning up is just one version of this. The exact same wall shows up with the tablet, with getting in the car, with leaving the playground. The method is the same, but there's one piece that matters even more here. Take the tablet. Say you give him 20 minutes. 5 minutes before it's up, you tell him what's coming. In 5 minutes, we're going to turn off the tablet. Then, when the time comes, if he's still glued to it, you get his eyes first, same as before. Remember, 5 minutes ago I told you. Now it's time to put the tablet away, and we'll watch again tomorrow. And then, This is the part most of us skip. You actually turn it off. Because here's the thing that makes all of this work, or fall apart. Your word has to mean something. If you said 5 minutes, then in 5 minutes it happens. Every time. If you say 5 minutes and then give him 10 because he whined, you've just taught him your words are only a suggestion, and next time he'll ignore them completely. Following through isn't the harsh part. It's the part that lets him trust what you say, so he stops fighting it. Getting in the car works the same way. You make it a little routine, shoes on, and you tell him ahead, we're getting in the car in 5 minutes. And if he digs in when it's time, you don't wrestle and you don't yell. You get down to his level and you give him a choice inside the line you've already drawn. We're getting in the car now. You can walk or I can carry you. Those are the two choices. He still gets to decide something, which is all he really wanted, but the car is happening either way. Let me show you exactly how this looks. In my classroom, I tell the whole room it's time to clean up, and most of them start. But there's always one who's so deep in his Legos he doesn't even flinch. So I don't say it again, louder from across the room. I walk over to him. I get down and I say, Christian, can you look at me? Look at my eyes. And I wait for it. It's time to clean up. Can you put the Legos away? You're going to be my helper. And he does. Not because I scared him into it, and not because I said it 5 times. Because I got his attention first. And then I gave him a reason to move that was better than staying. That's the whole thing. A toddler who won't budge for clean up will pop right up for come be my helper. He was never ignoring me. He was never misbehaving. He was just deep in his play, exactly like any of us, and he needed help crossing over instead of someone shouting at him from the doorway. Now I know what some of you are thinking. That's fine when I have 5 minutes, but what about when we're already late and I need him in the car right now? That's fair, because real life doesn't always hand you 5 minutes. So here's the honest version. You will not do this perfectly, and you don't have to. When you truly don't have time to warn him, you skip to the 2 parts that still work in 10 seconds. You get down, you get his eyes, and you give him the choice. We have to go right now. You can walk, or I can carry you. It won't be as smooth, he might cry, and that's okay. One rushed morning doesn't undo anything you've built. And here's the quiet payoff of all the normal days you did do it right. The more your word has meant something the rest of the time, the more he trusts you on the hard morning too. Being consistent on the calm days is what buys you cooperation on the chaotic ones. And here's what I want to leave you with, because this is what makes all of it worth it. When you do this the same way every single day, something shifts in about 2 weeks. Not because the kids suddenly grew up, but because they start to trust your word. They learn that when you say 5 minutes, you mean 5 minutes. When you say we're leaving after this one, you actually leave. Your words stop being noise they can wait out, and start being something real they can count on. And a child who trusts your word doesn't have to fight it. He's not testing whether you'll cave, because he already knows you won't. He's not blindsided, because you told him what was coming. He just knows how this goes. So the meltdowns get smaller, the repeating gets rarer, and the child who used to freeze at every cleanup starts putting the blocks away before you even reach him. Because the whole thing became predictable and safe instead of a fight. It really does change. You just have to be the one who stays consistent first, long enough for him to believe you. So the next time you say something and he doesn't move, take a breath before you decide he's ignoring you. He probably didn't hear you at all. Give him the heads up before, go get his eyes, and then hand him a job instead of an order. Warn him, reach him, and give him something to do. Because he was never being defiant. He was doing exactly what a deeply focused little person does, with a brain that can't switch tracks as fast as yours yet. He doesn't need you louder. He needs you closer. And the parent who can walk over, get down, and turn clean up into help me is the one who finally gets through. That's you. You can do that. You came in thinking your toddler was tuning you out on purpose, and now you know he never was. You know why your voice doesn't reach him when he's deep in something. And you know the 3 things that get through when getting louder never will. Give him the warning, get his eyes, and hand him a reason to move. If you want more of what's really going on behind your toddler's hardest moments, from someone who spends all day with them, subscribe. There's so much more he's trying to tell you.